Hey everyone, my name is Alana. I'm the product designer for authorization. I wanted to walk you through today the design progress for viewing a list of users and their assigned role. Quickly, just to go through the problems to solve here, there's a lack of a central place to view all users and see their assigned access. If organization wanted to see a specific role like owner or maintainer in an organization, they would have to stitch together multiple APIs to do so. In some ways, a group or project level can meet this, but they would have to go through each group and project, as well as the member list really only specifies the member that has been directly added or indirectly inherited. We also have an experience in custom roles that shows the count of users assigned. And there is no way of really determining who is manually assigned to this custom role. So if a access maintainer needed to maintain a list of custom roles that are being used, it would be a manual task to try and find where this custom role is assigned. I went ahead and outlined some use cases here with the jobs to be done. The job performer is really the access maintainer. So having the ability to view all users and their access so that they can comply with their current access policies. Being able to see users with specific roles like that of an owner or maintainer, so they can understand who has most access rights in a given group or project. And then lastly, the ability to delete a custom role so they can ensure they're only maintaining only the custom roles they need in their organization. This issue outlines the current experience, and based on the current experience, we broke down what the proposal would be to solve this problem. The first of which was we identified that custom roles are not being populated for some of the screens as well as some of the existing CSV exports. After kind of fixing that bug, the first iteration, or what you would think of as the MVC, is having a role report that will guarantee an accurate list of roles and permissions under the roles and permissions tab of settings. That is already ready for development, and the milestone for that is for 17.1. What I would like to go over today is what the next iterations are. So having the role detail with permissions, groups, subgroups, projects, and users. To go over what the current experience is for the roles and permissions tab under settings, you'll see that there's a table here that has the ID, the name of the custom role, description, the base role, the custom permissions that are included in this custom role, and the member counts. You're not able to delete the role if there is a member assigned to this role, and also no way of knowing which member this is and which group this member belongs to. So the proposal for iteration 2 is actually expanding the roles and permissions tab to not just have custom roles, but also to include our 5 default roles. What I have here is a simplified table so that the name of the role is here as well as the description. And because we're including default roles and custom roles, having the type as a column. Instead of just having the members assigned, we're really expanding the information that is present here to include all of the scope in which this role is assigned. So the users, the number of groups, and the number of projects that they have this role. When you click on a role, you'll see that there is now a more expanded view of what the role consists of, which includes the details that was previously outlined in the table. So the ID, the type, description, the base role, and then the permissions that are included. The way that this is mocked up right now only has 2 permissions, but the idea being that all permissions would live here, the ones that are that are included as well as the ones that are not included so that they can readily see whether or not they need to edit this role. Clicking on the Users tab gives them an expanded view of a table that consists of the user and what they have access to, as well as listing the groups and the projects and the membership type and the access granted. I think there's a few questions here, and what is most important from what I hear. The most important things for an administrator is to see when a user is last active in a group. So potentially having that detail of information included in this table. This design also allows for the user to unexpand the table if they needed to, and also filter by user or by group if need be. This proposal really solves the problems that outlined in the beginning around understanding who is assigned to a role. So for the case of a custom role, they can then use this list to identify where this role is being used and then go to those specific groups and projects to then delete the access. In the future, we can definitely leverage this table to add some editing functionality, whether it be removing access or maybe some sort of like bulk actions here. The other thing that this solves is by listing out the default roles here. An administrator can click on an owner role and view the same list of users and groups and projects that users have this role under. So it solves that problem of an access maintainer understanding who of their users have the highest privilege in their organization. I also have a secondary pattern that I'm kind of taking a look at. This employs more of a drawer to list out for this user what access they have to groups and projects. The pros of this pattern is that it keeps the user on the same page, so not losing their way. But the drawbacks of this pattern is it wouldn't have the functionality of being able to remove access. So that wraps up second iteration, which is view a role and assign users. And I will record another video for the progress on iteration 3, which is view a list of users and assign permissions for groups and projects. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or feedback. Thank you.